It could be recalled that on the 2nd of August 2019, Sierra Leone's capital Freetown was gripped by heavy downpour of rains that flooded homes and washed away communities within the city. The flooding left 6 people dead and destroyed properties worth millions of leones. The week following this heavy downpour also witnessed part of Motome collapsing. Our reporter Mohamed Kone was at Moiba community to look at the damage left behind and now reports.
Communities here at Moiba are still counting their losses as a result of heavy rains that flooded their homes on August 2nd this year. The destruction to homes and properties are still fresh in their minds.
So this rain, where it begin come, the mama be the terminal left for car, the pikin up here, go the left and here, but the pikin young. So when the rain starts, I go the pikin down to run, the man be don't go up. I dey tell her the car up and meet the water don't take all over the room. Place water don't flop inside the room and they fall. Pass it and call people then. For car help me broke the remote, so they broke the remote. I go inside and meet the water don't flop to the bed in height. So people they help me for people meeting there. Why is they pull it in there? I not be there with other people in the rain and if I'm moving, it's one they take it in there. So now small thing that be able to get me something they boil.
The flooding on that fateful day left behind series of destructions that are still visible in the affected communities. This is the back of the Moiba Community Mosque. The road has been completely cut off. At the hilltop overlooking the community, the picture here presents dangerous outlook hanging over children who use this field as a playground. What is seen here is devastating. A community that was once independent is now hanging on the thin hope of relief and goodwill venture.
Well, after the heavy rain, we have a lot of displaced people within the community, and that those people, most of them are. But we want to say a very big thank you to Caritas because they responded to us as we demand. Because most of the people that are affected, I believe they are now homeless, and that with the help of the Freetown City Council, through our worship, the mayor, even Akisoya, some of them, their homes are completely destroyed. They are homeless. We managed to lodge them into their neighbors. That is where they are now as I speak to you.
This electricity cable hanging dangerously here since the flooding is yet to be attended to, and like many other communities across the city, the situation remains the same. At Motome, the flooding left behind huge economic costs. The devastations are still visible. While walking around, this happens. A Guma Valley Water Company pipe that supplies water to the communities in Freetown was left exposed by the flooding and shifted by the heavy running water. The pipe could not hold back when water was pumped in just after the rains. As communities continue to struggle with the aftermath, picking the bits and pieces of what was left behind by the flooding, people are still residing in these disaster-prone areas. Like Moiba in the east, the same for Motome.
Of course, they can see the danger if you just turn your camera to my left down the hill. When this landslide occurred yesterday, I'm shocked that there was still a dwelling down the hill, because you can clearly see that it looks new, the zinc looks new. That person could have died, but fortunately we were told he was not in the building. So basically it's very dangerous. The government needs to take some decisions. I don't know how they're going to do it because
the disastrous flooding that wreaked havoc across the city on that day and the 2017 disaster is among the worst experiences citizens of this nation had incurred for a long time. The heavy downpour recently left several people trapped and dozens of whom washed away in the most deprived slum communities across the city. Reporting for Star Television News, this is Mohamed Kone.
The Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources has held a validation workshop with stakeholders in the fishery sector to validate the revised fisheries regulation and national plan of action to combat illegal, unreported and unregulated IUU fishing in Sierra Leone at the ministry's conference hall Here's the report.
Key stakeholders in the fishing sector has unanimously validated a national plan of action to prevent, deter and eliminate illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing in Sierra Leone. The document, which was developed by the Ministry of Marine Resources, will focus on providing a framework for interagency cooperation and collaboration, which will help save time and money.
To validate the regulations of fisheries and the National Plan of Action, NPOA. As we always say, we are heading and we are forging ahead towards the export of our fisheries products and produce in the country. And one of our key requirements is the regulation and the NPOA. We have others that we've done towards the eradication or the elimination of the yellow card, but these are the two main outstanding ones that are left behind. Within the regulations, you will find most of what is in the Act, and for new things that occur every now and then that had not been in the Act but has to be regulated by this ministry, you will find it in there.
Sierra Leone, like many countries worldwide and within the sub-region, continues to express growing illegal fishing activities within their fishing waters and areas beyond national justifications. Such activities include reflagging of fishing vessels to invade control, fishing in areas of national jurisdiction without authorization by the coastal state.
Validating the regulation, you will see that all of you here are in that document, how to implement it. Standards Bureau, the EPA, environmental issues, Ministry of Trade, we are all there to make sure that the trade issues. I remember the last act we used to have, it was more of fisheries management. But at that time, we don't have the value chain like from production to market. We stopped at the fisheries. The marketing aspect was a small, is it at section 100, I think? Small portion. But now you have to take it from production to the market, and you are all involved. There is no way we are going to implement the catch certification scheme without including Ministry of Health, Standards Bureau, Ministry of Trade, all of us. We have to make sure we have to come together to implement these activities.
The marine fisheries sector contributes significantly to Sierra Leone's socio-economic development. The sector generated 70.9 billion leones, that's equivalent to 9.6 million United States dollars in 2017, and 94.59 billion leones, equivalent to 11.78 million United States dollars in 2018. It contributes about 10% of the GDP and is the most important activity along the coastline of Sierra Leone. Compiled by Abdurrahman Kamara, CNRite reporting in Freetown.